got my favorite business partner here helping me. We'll see how this goes. He might escape in a moment. So, are you growing a business online? So that's what we're going to be talking about. And I know I could do this video without Xavier, but part of it is the fact that, like, this is how I work my business. Like, my life is messy, believe it or not. Like, it may look really great, social media, right? But being real, like, it's messy, and we do this with our kids. The question, the hot topic question is, how do you attract, your ideal customer, consumer to the business or service that you're offering? Because versus just going out there on the hunt, right? But how do you bring those people to you? If you're not getting people that are messaging you about your product or bringing it up, I would encourage you, okay, maybe reevaluate, make some changes. I'm constantly reevaluating and making changes in my business. And this is where it gets into the attract versus repel idea, okay? And I have 3 ways that we can attract, and I'm going to be sharing those with you. But when it comes to, you think of attraction, think of, usually it's going to be about the other person, right? Like, it's not about me, it's about them. What can I offer them? How can I help them, okay? And it's a solution to their problem. Whereas things that are really going to repel people online, and let's just be super honest, it's when it's about you or your product. So if I am just posting about, like, my products and putting pictures up about those products, that's going to probably repel quite a few people because it's just a picture, okay? Same with the service. Like, if you're offering it and you're just talking about, like, that service, we'll talk about what it does, okay? And so 3 ways that you can do this online, okay? Let's jump into these. So first, that would be educate people. Like, educate people. It's huge, right? Like, again, it's making it about them, and that's naturally going to attract people to you. So let's go over some ideas or questions of how to do this. So what problems are people facing in your industry? So think about, like, and this is something that I was even Googling earlier today, but, like, say I just had a baby and I want to start working out and I'm in the fitness industry. Like, there's so much information out there. If I hop on Google and I Google, like, workout after baby, that it's almost overwhelming. So a great thing that you can do for your customers is to simplify that information for them. You sift through it all and then tell them what you find out about it, okay? So, but problems that people face, I mean, like, you can go into, like, so in skincare, like, I'm always talking about, like, how to help wrinkles, how to treat acne, what to do for sun damage, because those are physical problems. Like, they don't care what it's called, they just want to get rid of the problem, right? But educating people. People are unaware of their need, okay? So here's a great example of it. So say you sell LuLaRoe, or say you sell some sort of clothing or purses or accessories. Well, certain items of clothing look better on different body shapes, right? And this is where, if, like, one of you are watching and you want to do this, great, hook me up, because I could benefit from it. So why don't, instead of just showing all your clothes, something that's helpful is, like, well, what types of clothing or patterns or no pattern look better on different body types, right? Like, you can go through that whole, like, isn't there, like, apple, pear? I mean, I would fall into the, like, stick without shape category. But so look for a way to, like, educate. So the example in that would be is if you're selling clothing, well, show people, like, okay, if you have this, ignore Peter in the background, if you have this body type, here are different, outfits that would really accentuate your features. That's super helpful, right? That's educating the public. People are unaware of their need, okay? And it's the same way with all different types of categories. Like, say you're in the fitness industry and people maybe know that they need to be consuming more vegetables, but they don't know how to do that. So, showing them, okay, here, one day a week, put up a new smoothie recipe or something, that type of thing, right? It's being helpful. That's huge. Most people like to learn, and people really like to learn about something they have a problem with that they need a solution to. So number one, educate people. That will attract people to what you're doing. Next, inspire. Okay, this one is huge. Okay, y'all, like, do you have a negative Nancy in your life? Like, do you seek that person out because it's like, oh, this person's gonna bring me up today? Probably not. So negative kind of attracts negative, positive attracts positive. And when you're sharing about things that you're going through and then how you overcame it, that's encouraging to people, right? And I'm not talking about like, it doesn't need to be like crazy difficult things. It could be something as simple as like, I got through like I put the load of wash in today and I actually dried and like folded it and put it all away, right? Because how many moms don't do that, right? If you have any tips with that, share the love. So that's where like, when you're inspiring others, like, and sharing what you're learning, that's very attractive. That's going to draw people to you. And that's also going to show like you should be learning something still, right? And talking about it. But yeah, don't overcomplicate like making it through struggles in life. Like we all have like super simple things, but when you share about those, and share things that you've been going through, that's going to connect with people. Okay. So inspiring, that's my number 2 way that's going to attract people to whatever you're doing online. And this is not just related to whatever your business or product is. This is like in general. The inspiration factor is huge. Okay. Finally, if you are growing a business online, like, why are people online? Some people, like, okay, I'm online, I run a business. Okay, so fair. I'm not the majority. Majority of people are on Facebook to be entertained, okay? They're getting on to connect with people, to laugh, to have a good time, to leave the platform hopefully maybe a little better than they came on. And maybe that sounds like super optimistic, but really, let's face it, like the goal is they're hopping on to be entertained. Laughter is contagious, right? Like if you're married, how many of y'all, like, one of the things that attracted you to your spouse was their sense of humor? And this is another thing that's going to really help draw in your tribe, because your vibe attracts your tribe. And if you're posting things and putting up things that are entertaining people, that are funny, you're gonna draw out the people that laugh at the same jokes as you. And those are really the people that you want to be in business with. And those are really the people that ignore the timer. I think it's for the rice. Dinner is cooking. Those are the people. We'll hope that the timer goes off. I might have to go turn off the timer. Okay, thank God. Okay, so back on track. So those are the people. So we're thinking spouse. What attracted to them? Probably their sense of humor. Same with your friends, right? We always look for people that we can laugh at the same jokes. And this is where on social media, remember why people are there to begin with. There's an entertainment factor. And don't be fake about it. Just be yourself, right? Like, just be you. Like, post things that are funny to you, and trust me, probably some other people think they're funny too. But that's where the entertainment is a really, really big deal, because if you get too far away from that, one, you're taking yourself a little bit too seriously, right? Like, so just laugh at yourself a little bit. And then two, like, just have fun, because people are getting on to have fun. But everything should be in some way educating, entertaining, and inspiring. It's okay if it's like very your personality. It actually should be your personality, because that's again going to draw people to you, okay? And it's going to kind of weed out the ones that like aren't into it. And then if you're on social media, like, use it to run a business. Like, it's amazing because it does the work for you. It really leverages your time. I cannot advocate it enough. And you can do it very tastefully, to where people, like, I get messages all the time. People may not exactly want or need my product, but they are like, hey, I'm cheering for you. I love the information you're putting out. And that's really, really encouraging, right? Because noted, they may need the service or the product that I'm offering at some point. They just don't need it right now, and that's totally okay. But if they're into what you're doing, they may connect you with someone then that does need it. So that's where like that connection piece is huge. But I will stop talking for the night. Next week, I will be back with the essential action number 2 to take in your business to grow it online. So thanks y'all for hopping on, and I'll talk to you later.